Hello friends, today we are going to solve another debugging problem. In this problem, if you will see, we have given some code and we have to complete this code so that this code will print factorial of given number, right? So let's check the code. What is the code? So this is our code. So let's copy this code, right? So first remove a space from here, right? Oh, sorry. And if you will see, for printing factorial, how we will find factorial of any number, let's discuss. So suppose our given number is 5 and we have to find factorial of this 5, right? For finding factorial of any number, what we are going to do, we have to do 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, and we have to add value of all these into any variable, and that will be factorial of 5. So it will be 120. So we have to find this one. For solving this problem, what we will do, we will start loop from 5 and we will run this loop until 1, right? So we'll create one temp variable, right? We will create temp, right? And in temp we will put n. So in starting, suppose our n is 5, so our temp will be 5 and we will run this loop until temp will not be 0. So we will check temp is greater than 0, right? So until it will run, and temp, each and every time we will decrement the value of temp, right? So in first time, if you will see, temp value will be 5, and for storing this value of this multiplication, we will create one variable like fact, right? And we will put 1 in fact variable in starting. So inside this loop we will do, right, we will write fact equal to fact into, right, this temp, and we will each and every time here we have decrement the temp value temp. So if you will see, when this program will run, what will happen, in a starting temp value is 5, right? So in first time it will go and check temp is greater than 0. Yeah, so it is right, 5 is greater than 0. Suppose here this is our temp variable, and in temp we have, in starting we have put 5. So we will check, it will check 5 is greater than 0, right? It will go inside and it will make fact into temp. So fact is 1 and temp is 5. So it will be 5 and it will put this 5 into fact variable. So it will go and fact value will be changed 1 to 5. Fact value will be 5. Again it will go and decrement the value of temp. So this time temp will be 4, right? Temp will be 4, and again it will check 4 is greater than 0, right? 4 is greater than 0. It will go inside this for loop. Again it will do same thing, fact is equals fact into temp. So our fact is 5 and it will multiply by temp. So our temp is 4, it will multiply 5 into 4, it will be 20, right? So our fact will be this time 20, and again it will go this come here in decrement part, and it will decrement and it will decrement the value of temp. So value of temp will be this time 3, and if we will check 3 is greater than 0, yeah, right, 3 is greater than 0, it will go inside. Again it will do fact into temp. So our fact is 20 and temp is equal to 30, so it will multiply and it will be 60, right? And 60 will be as our fact variable value. Again it will go decrement the value of temp. So our temp value will be 2, and we'll check 2 is greater than 0. Yeah, 2 is greater than 0. It will go inside and it will use an again fact into temp, right? So our fact is 60 and temp is 2, so it will be 120, right? And 120 will be put inside this fact variable. So our fact value will be this time 120. It will again go and decrement the value of temp. So our temp will be 1, right? Our temp will be 1. It will check, go inside and check 1 is greater than 0. Yeah, 1 is greater than 0. It will again go inside and it will check fact into temp. So our fact is 120 and temp is 1. So it will be again 120. This time again it will go and it will decrement the value of temp. So our temp value will be 0, and this time this loop will be AND, right? Because 0 is not equal to 0, it will be false. So after this one we will go and we will print the value of this fact variable. But if you will see in last, we don't need to multiply this 2 with 1, because we know that any number is going to multiply with 1, the value will be same. So what we will do, we can make here, and we can use here 1 instead of 0, so that it will run less than 1 less time, right? So let's program for this. So if you will see, this is our program, right? This is our program, and we have to complete code here. So let's copy this program and run in, put in, this is our editor. So here we have to complete this code. So in starting, if you will see, we have put fact is equal 1, right? So let's make fact as 1, right? And here we will create one temp variable, right? Temp, and temp will be, so here we will not create, we will create temp inside this for loop. So we will create for int temp will be n, right? And we will use temp is greater than 1, right? And temp minus, temp minus. Inside this loop we will use fact equals fact into temp, right? And when it will be end, we will go and here we are going to print factorial of num is factor, right? So when we will run this program, it will return print the, okay, somewhere it is going to print. Okay, so if we will see somewhere we have done mistake, right? So what is showing error, temp is equals n. Okay, so here we are using num variable, but we are using here and that's why it's giving error, so we have to use num. Let's run this program again. So where is the problem? Let's check. What is warning, missing terminator character? Okay, so make this one here, run this program. Yeah, you can see when we will input any number, it will go inside this num variable and it will run the process. So we will put 5, right? Suppose, so it will print factorial of 5 is 120. Suppose we will put 6, so it will print factorial of 6 is 720. So this is our program. Thank you so much.